What's your favorite Jim Harbaugh story that you can share, Kris? What's your favorite one?
I don't got a specific story, but this is almost like an everyday occurrence where it doesn't matter if we're doing a 6 a.m. workout, we could be doing practice, we could be doing post-practice conditioning sprints, and he will be joining us in the full fit, the khakis, the cap on, the shades, the polo, and he's getting in work. He's putting in work with Coach Herb, like lifting heavy. And, we were always geeked up to see that and hyped him up, but he do med ball carries with us, and he's just a huge weight room guy, and it doesn't matter what fit he's in. He's going to get that work.
Well, when did things turn? When did things turn for the better for the championship years, Kris? You got a time when you were there when you're like, okay, this is different. We're going to start winning, and we're going to start dominating, and we're going to win championships here. When did that happen?
Absolutely. I want to say coming off that COVID season, Coach Harbaugh shot us all an email as a team to all the team players, staff, coaches, and just telling us basically that something needed to change and that pretty much everybody in the organization needed to buy in 100%, to accomplish the goals and the dreams that we had. So that was the earliest introduction to it. And when we met as a team, as a full unit, we talked about that in person, how we needed to change it. And then we had leaders like Aiden Hutchinson, Josh Ross, Cade at the time, and like everybody buying in, helping get us young guys to buy in as well. And that's when the magic really happened.
Yeah, and then let's talk about this year in particular. If I'm not mistaken, at least, you were the first one to show up on my social media feed after Jim Harbaugh was suspended by the Big Ten on the flight to Penn State. You were the first one that I saw that posted the word bet, Kris, and there it is right there.
Yes, sir.
Walk me through how this came about with you and your teammates.
Absolutely. Well, for us, we didn't find out till the second the plane touched down, because when everything went down, we were still on the flight to Penn State. So the second you hear us land, you hear all the dings go off, the ringing, everything's out of control. Everybody's trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? So we're getting into the hotel, and all the teams, all the media is talking about the situation going down, and how they expect Michigan to get absolutely torn up by Penn State. As the players, we're watching this, me and my guys are in the room, we're like, all right, bet. You think we got no shot? We got no chance in the world? All right, we're going to show you what it is, bet. And that's kind of how it really sparked, tweeted that out. And then every single guy, on that team was on the same page. So everybody else tweeted bet in response. And that's how we kind of knew, oh, yeah, it was going to go down.
Yeah, exactly. And so it wasn't like a team meeting. Hey, let's all tweet this out together. It just happened like that?
No, it just happened. And that just goes to show really how magical that team was, because, we were all on the same page with that. Like, we didn't need to have a meeting for it. Once one person saw it, everybody else was standing with each other. And, it was amazing to see.
And then let's snap cut to the Rose Bowl. Overtime in the Rose Bowl. And Milroe and the Alabama Crimson Tide have one more snap to keep this thing going. And if they don't, Michigan goes to the national championship game. Walk me through that moment in the huddle and then what happened and whether you were surprised that it happened the way that it did. Kris Jenkins.
No, absolutely. Well, in the huddle, we're getting ready because this is it. This is that play. And we had 2 plays called based off their formations, based on what we were going to see. But based on the depth we have and the guys across the board, we knew that if they were going to try to run the ball, and we were 99% sure they were going to try and get that ball to Milroe themselves, that we were going to stop them and stuff up their offensive line. So, really watching it, having all the goosebumps going, we really knew that our guys were going to dominate and get the job done. And, once that happened, it was kudos from there, celebrating. It was cookies.
Did you think at any moment that they'd actually run in your direction, like right in the middle, like actually go in the teeth here, Kris?
Oh, absolutely.
You did.
Absolutely. We knew they were going to try and get it to their playmaker, and their playmaker, their best player on the field, was Milroe. So we knew if they're going to try and make some magic happen, they're going to try and get him the ball. And that's why you see the big boys, especially Josiah, especially KG, really just stuffing it up, clogging up the hole, and they had nowhere to run. So it was, like I said, it was ball game. And
what does it mean to be this national champion that you guys are based on the season, Kris?
Oh, it means everything. We were talking about it as a team. That night when the confetti was falling down, every single piece of confetti, represented a moment. all the hard work we put into that moment, whether it was a 6 a.m. practice, whether it was a workout, conditioning, extra conditioning, all those moments for the past 3 years that we worked so hard to accomplish and to get, that's where that moment really paid off. And there was nothing more magical than that night. And I don't know if I'll really feel a type of moment like that again. It was just too perfect.
Well, I mean, you got next level stuff, Kris. We'll get to that in a second. Did you know as you were going through all this that Harbaugh was going to leave and JJ was going to head to the pros and that this was kind of the last run for you and everyone? Did you pretty much figure that? You know that?
Well, we kind of had a rough idea. Like everybody kind of, figured like this is the perfect way to really just end it. Like if you're going to cap it, you definitely got to cap it right here. So the guys weren't, I wouldn't say we were too surprised about it, but, definitely looking forward to what they're going to do on the next level because they deserve it, and I'm excited for it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.